up, you guys? It's your girl Jasmine, and I am back with another episode of It's Just Foreplay. So today we have a new guest speaker who is also a Libra sister of mine. She's smart, intelligent, and guess what? I be in them DMs saying she pretty. Please help me welcome my Libra sister, Miss Janine. What's up, girl?
What's going on? What's going on? Oh, I
What's
like the
going on?
intro. It made me get
I knew you was gonna love it. I be
excited.
in her DMs saying she pretty.
Hmm.
What's up? So, thank you so very much for being a guest speaker on my podcast. Let me ask you, because I've asked all my new guest speakers. How did you feel when I asked you to be a guest speaker?
Oh, I was happy. I honestly wanted to be on because I support you. Like, I believe that this is the type of show for you. Like, this is your thing. And I want to be a part of it. That way, when you blow up and 2 years from now, I can be like, oh, no, I was on season 1.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. You know, I was like, oh yeah, I gotta have, not just for this particular episode, but just the podcast in general, because you are, like I said, my Libra sister, so you don't hold nothing back.
Nope.
And you tell it like it is. So I was like, yeah, I gotta have her on here. So episode 3 is Let's Be Honest.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a lot of people that were anticipating on hearing this episode, and it's mind blowing how many people actually. I did a poll today and about maybe 2 weeks ago, and asked what episode are they looking forward to hearing, and this was one of them. Like, this was the top.
Okay, we got.
I was like,
spicy.
Yes, I was like, oh, okay. So let's get started. So the first topic of discussion, let me ask, what do you classify yourself as in Lord, y'all please don't come for me. I don't know how many letters it is or if there's been any additional letters added, but LGBTQ, I think IA, I heard. What do you classify yourself as?
Essentially, it's so crazy. I don't really have a classification, but if I had to be on the actual list, it would be bisexual.
Okay.
I like men and women, but I love women more. So.
See, that's a little bit of the opposite for me. I actually have been bi-curious for the longest, even though my first interaction was with a female, like first sexual encounter was with a female, but I've always been bi-curious. I feel like over the years, just growing up, from high school on to college years. So I would identify myself as bisexual as well, but I'm a little bit the opposite of you. I prefer that penis over some vagina. I mean, it just depends on the mood, and what I'm sipping. So
Makes sense. Hey, no judgment here. I just feel like, women do it more for me. So I love men too, but it's like it takes a certain kind of man. And like as women, it's like, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I turn for a woman more, for sure.
Mm-hmm. I got a question to ask you about that since you said that, but we're going to get into that later. So you said you enjoy the pleasures of women versus men. What attracted you to, or when did you become interested in a woman? Or when did you realize you were interested in women?
I was young. I was actually in private school. And it was a best friend of mine. She's the one, my first kiss and everything. And then I got older, and it's like, you stay in the closet a little bit. So when I was a teen, I had a little girlfriend then. And then I got to college, and yeah, that's when I had my first relationship.
Oh, at full-blown relationship?
Full-blown relationship.
Oh, wow.
College, yeah. I was in that relationship for like 3 years.
Oh, straight out of high school. Wow.
Yeah, no. College started. I was dating a guy. Then we went through some things, and we broke up. And then I met her in the summer. And from there, we were just close. And yeah, full-blown relationship. That took away my whole college experience. I was taken.
Oh, y'all were real close. See, for me, I don't even know. So, like I said, my first sexual encounter was with a woman, and I can't remember how old I was, but I believe I was 13. Mama, don't kill me. But she came on to me, and this was a friend, like a family friend. Well, her mom was a family friend of my mom and my uncle. And me and her, we used to always hang out because, of course, they put the girls with the girls and the boys with the boys. So I don't know what she was experiencing, you know, what type of experience, because she was maybe 2 or 3 years older than me. So she kind of came on to me and said, let's try this. Let's try this. And as she was doing it, I'm like, damn, this feels good. So, you know, every time we would go over each other's house, you know, I wanted it more and more. So I would say I fell in love with the feeling of being with another woman. Not more so because I wasn't attracted to her because again, me and her was, you know, we were family friends. So I wasn't just like, just staring at every body part of hers. But once we had that interaction, I low-key start falling in love with the body parts of a woman. Mm-hmm. So as I grew older, well, maybe a year later, I had my first sexual encounter with a male, and horrible. Anyway, and then over the years, I didn't really dip back into the female side until I was in my 20s. So again, that was a huge gap. So I didn't want to be, I didn't know how to handle the pressure of saying, oh, I like women. So I really wasn't sure. So, and then I also didn't want to just say, oh, I don't like men altogether and just say, I only want one. I never experienced a man until, you know, that next following year. So at that time I had both, you know, experienced both. And I was like, okay, you know, which one do I like more? And I actually like penetration more. So like I said, I didn't dip back into the female side until my mid 20s, late 20s. So yeah, that's, and then, you know, as I grew older and just start, you know, going to different places, I started seeing beautiful women and just, you know, going to different places where there were, you know, exposed, and I'm just like, ooh, you know, so I think I was more so attracted to the body parts of a woman. And then also, you know, again, as I got older, I started looking at the face, the shape, the feet, you know, everything. So, you know, so that brings me to my next question. What is your favorite feature on a female?
I would have to say like her smile. Because with me, I have to be able to look in your face all the time. I'm a person where I like that interaction where it's like, you know, I'm in your face. So if I have to look in your face,
lovey-dovey bitch.
Yeah, I mean, if I have to look in your face, then it would have to be that. Like, that's the first thing, whether it's a male or female, it has to be a smile. Like, that's the first thing I realize on a person. Even if I go on a dating site and you like my thing, the first thing I'm looking at, I'm scrolling to see if you have any pictures smiling, and if you don't, I skip you.
So it's so funny that you mentioned that. I had just told a male friend of mine, and if he watched it, he knows exactly who I'm talking about. I told him the first thing I you know, check on a male or, you know, female as well is their smile, because that lets me know how good your hygienes are. And he was like, no, typical women do not. I'm like, well, that's me. I don't know about any other bitches. I don't know about any other bitches, but me, I'm gonna check out that smile. I don't look at no shoes. I don't look at no designer clothes, all that stuff. I need to know if your hygienes are good. That lets me know if you watch that ass.
After you look at the smile, the smell, what you smelling like. Boom. Like, that is also a thing for me. You have to, because I don't even,
That's a major thing to me. And it's so funny that some women just look at other stuff, the pockets, the designer clothes, and no, that's not what attracts me. You know, because the hygiene.
I'm just saying, I like them other things first. But
yes. I mean, hey, you being real, but you know, like you said, that's the first thing you look at, the hygiene, because that let me know if you're washing your ass, you washing your nutsack, you washing, you know, all the places we need to know about, or that's gonna be, you know, sooner or later exposed. I need to make sure that's, you know, clean. So, my favorite feature. I think I'm a breast woman. I love boobies and titties. So, yeah. I think, and again, that goes back to my very first encounter. And that was the first area we explored together. So, yeah. I just became fascinated and infatuated. So.
So besides hygiene, like smell and all that stuff, what else would what is a turn off for you
A
besides
turn off?
yes.
Oh, oh God. For male or female?
Both.
Both. I think for the male, it's typical like yo mama, what, or hey little mama, what's that? The same routine-ish intro conversation. That for some reason is a turn off. I don't know, but for a female, well, for in general, like feature wise, you said besides hygiene. I would say this is not even a feature, like physical feature, consistency.
Okay. All right.
Because if you can't, you know us Libra women, we need that time, and if we want you there, or I put it like this: me as a woman, I feel like I need you, but I don't need you. So if all I want is your time and your, you in my space, and you can't give me that, so I would say consistency, and that's not really a physical feature, but it's definitely something that's a turnoff because most of these men nowadays, be having so many different things going on with their lives and entertaining other lives as well. And when it comes to me, if I just ask you for time, I'm not asking for no money. I'm not asking you to pay my bills. I'm not, that's not the first thing I go for when, talking to someone or in a relationship. That's not the first thing but if all I ask you for is your time and you can't give me that, deuces.
I respect that. For me, I would say negativity, only because I'm a very positive person.
You are.
So I always look at the positives of everything. I come with solutions. I don't normally come with a problem and not have kind of like these are my thoughts. So I would say it wouldn't be a physical. I mean, if I had to say a physical thing, it would be like men that like are grown or like have hair, like their hair is braided and it's not even touching the back of their neck. Like if I had to do one, I don't like that shit. Piss me. Like it's different when you're like in your 20s, but when you're almost in your 40s and that shit is not even doing its thing, that irks me. Like, why didn't you think of this 10 years ago? You about to be 40. Like
40 years old, got the Nick Cannon braids. Like, no.
I cannot. But you know what? If it's a stepping stone to something else, understandable. But if you ain't grown, baby, just cut it.
Yeah, and I will say you are a very positive person. And I will say, I love a woman that's like, or a person that's like, I'm gonna protect my peace over anything. So
absolutely.
So sorry, my nose ring started slipping out.
Okay, take that booger.
Anyway, we asked about a favorite feature on a woman. Since you're more of the female lover, what's your favorite position with the female? Are you more of the dominant one? Are you, like to be submissive? Like what's the tea?
I'm both. Like, when the time comes, like I don't mind being like the pillow princess sometimes, but then again it's like if I want it, then yeah, like I like being like the one on top, like yeah, I'm not like not like scissoring. Well, my shorty do that, but I don't do that. But like but yeah, like I would say, I don't know, a woman she just got to be on her back for me. I just take care of everything else.
Well, damn. Like the way that sounds. So I was when it came to just sex in general, I used to, before I started losing, this weight, people would think I was just so confident. And when it came to sex, I wasn't really as confident as, people make out. But I would always be the pillow princess. So when you said that, I'm just like, but now this is, it's a different story. But for me, I think my favorite position, you said it too, scissoring. I think I love scissoring. I love that. I love that feeling. And again, that's one of the first things I got turned on to, or one of the, with a female. So, that magic sometimes just it never dies. So I think that's my favorite position with the female. Um yeah. So Miss on top. How would you rate your munching skills? Since you like to be on top.
I mean, I'm very much so top tier. I would, you gotta, normal people don't get themselves 10. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. I feel like I was put on this earth to satisfy women. So I would say I'm
not the blessings from God.
You know what? Because it's like, you know what? Why am I even gonna play myself like that? 10.
Boom. 10, 10, 10 across the board. Okay.
For sure.
You know, I don't know about a 10, but I would give myself like a 9.9.
Always process of improvement now.
Right. There's always room for improvement. And like I said, I've been bicurious for a long time, and I just recently start exploring the woman side again, the female side. So I actually didn't start eating vagina. I don't want to say vagina. I didn't really start eating vagina until maybe 2 years ago. And me, when it comes to a male, like I said, I'm a pleaser. So once I actually got the hang of it, or not the hang of it, once I actually did it, I'm like, okay, now I want to perfect it, like you said. So I'm not gonna say I'm like a 10. Because I'm probably not, but I would give myself like a good 8.5 because I'm always trying to practice. I'm always, on the for the male, I practice on the dildo, on the, so I just try to perfect my craft and, make sure I do the things I like. And that's a thing also when it comes to females. So certain men munching skills is not that great. So when I first had, a female go down there, huge difference. So that's why I was like, okay, now I know what I'm looking for. Now I know what I'm like, okay, you're not doing this right, you're not doing that right. So I took that and placed it with my, skills. So I'm just like, what is she like? What's making her do this? And what's giving her that, that arch, so, that's what I take into consideration. So yeah, I'd say a good 8, strong 8.
I'm still a strong 10.
I know you are.
Definitely a strong 10.
I know you are. But so yeah, okay, Miss Strong 10. When it comes to munching, do you think who's better as far as giving that the pleasure to you, a male or female? Since you are, on both sides.
I mean, it just depends. Given, because there are men that are great munchers, absolutely amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I will not take that away. But there's females that are the same too. I think just with a female, because females know what females like, it's easier for you to satisfy a woman.
Yeah. I feel like women are very much comfortable around each other. So, yeah. So we definitely know what to expect and what to look for and what to offer. Like I said before, I knew what I was not getting, and then once I experienced it from a woman, I'm like, oh, okay. I knew what to take into the next, next situation. So, and yeah, it really does depend because certain men know what they're doing, and I can attest to that for my current situation. Know exactly what they're doing, but most of the ones I had in the past do not. And I'm just like, just come fuck me. Just stop. Just stop. So it just became agitating after a while because it's like, and to be quite honest, I have friends that love just getting head, and I would just always frown up because I'm like, I don't really like, and I guess it's from the bad experiences I had, and I was just like, yeah, I'd rather be the pleaser, and I wasn't talking about females, just in general, males. I'm like, I'd rather do the, just nigga, just lay back because you ain't what that is. So it all came with experience and learning and you know, and yeah, just so many disappointments, but that's okay because maybe I know how to talk my shit now. You ain't doing this right. So when it comes to females, with you, would you rather someone that is a beginner or someone that you know has, you know, not history or experiences, like, you know, not a pro per se, but you know.
I don't know, because most times when they're beginners, they are really great. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like if I catch a vibe with you, I hope you're great.
We'll find out. Yeah. I think for me, I wouldn't say, because I, again, like I said, bi curious for the longest, and I'm just now starting to get back into that side. So I think I would rather someone that knows, you know, that side of it. But I will say I've had a recent experience where we definitely like want to practice on each other, and she's had interactions with women or encounters with women, and so have I. But it never hurts to practice. It never hurts to, you know.
That's true.
So, you know, it never hurts to up them skills. So, yeah. So, I think honestly, like you said, sometimes the beginners are better. You know, so you know they be watching that, you know, watching porn or you know whatever, and be like they take that and bring it in or you know whatever. So, honestly, it don't matter to me.
That's it. It's a fact though. It don't really, because them beginners, and plus the beginners be wanting to do everything. Like they be willing to go the extra mile. So
you done this before. Let me quit drinking this damn wine. But yeah, so either or. Yeah. What do you like most about sex, Miss Janine? Male or female?
I think it's just the intimacy. I'm a firm person. It's crazy because as intimate as I can be, I don't like kissing. Kissing is something to me. I don't know. It just
really.
I just don't like it. I don't. I prefer. Not, I don't know why, but it's just more of like, if I want to kiss you, I'm gonna kiss you. But more times than none, it's like I don't like that. So no. But for me, the best part about it is just the feeling. Like, you know, everybody's walking away satisfied.
Yep, facts.
That's it.
I would say that was my because I asked the same question on episode 2, and basically my response was I like the reaction. I love being a pleaser. I love getting that top tier reaction out of someone. So whether it's male or female. So that's what I like most about sex. I'm just a natural born giver. And I love, I just love getting that reaction. It just it does something to me. It just turns up a different Jasmine. It just ignites the it just ignites me. Yes. Okay. It just does something to me. And I noticed, this is just side note, I noticed when I'm gonna just say male because that's my most type of interactions. I noticed when I'm giving, I get more wet when I give. Because again, I love getting that reaction. So when I see and hear you, and it's just like I said, it's what I said, it turns up a different me. Now I'm gonna try to start pulling out different tricks or tricks I've seen on porn or or whatever. So yeah. That's how I like most about sex. I do love the intimacy. I'm a little bit different. I love kissing. I don't know why, but it just comes natural. I guess for me, I don't know. Maybe it's a mental thing, but I think it solidifies that you love me. I don't know. I don't
That's
know
what it is. Why it's just every sex encounter is not I love you.
Yeah, that's true.
So again, I'm not kissing everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody
Yeah.
that I have kissed knows who they are.
Yeah.
Legitimately, it is not a lie. Like they know who they are.
And it ain't everybody.
And it's from the age 13 to 31 right now. They know who they are. I don't be kissing like that.
Oh, so yours is 13 too.
But
Okay, good. I don't feel like you said 13. Is that when that's not your first interaction, is it? Or is it?
what, my first interaction with a woman?
Or in general? Because you said 13. Or is that when you first
Okay,
kissed?
so my first kiss happened with my best friend back in elementary school. To this day, I swear to God, she's beautiful. To this day, like we've spoken about it. I'm like, yo, thank you, because I feel like I'm a great kisser because of you.
Aw.
So like, but I don't like kissing everybody. So if I
Yeah.
do kiss you, it's like, you see what you just said. You said when you kiss, it's almost like an I love you. No,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. I'm not saying I love you. I'm trying
So
to just.
that basically shows my point as well. It's definitely got to be with someone. It's not going to be with just everybody.
Yeah, it's not with everybody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you said elementary school. You weren't 13, were you?
No, not in elementary school. I was 13 in middle school.
So that was your first sexual encounter?
Elementary
Okay.
school
Okay.
was more, yeah.
Okay, good. So I don't feel too bad because I was like, ooh. When I said 13 on the last episode, it was like, damn.
The things you do when you younger.
Yeah. Long as I have no, I'm good.
That was it.
So I wanted to throw this little line out there. It's an old TikTok sound, but I just wanted to do it with you real quick since I didn't get to do an actual TikTok with you last time you were out here in the A. It's the Young Miami and Megan Thee Stallion.
Oh, so you want to fuck me?
Yeah. So
Okay.
who you want to be, Megan or Young Miami?
Well, I forgot how it goes. It's been so
Oh, okay. So it's wait, hold on. I think Young Miami started with, so okay, you like girls, and she was like, I mean, I like what I like. I like you. And then Young Miami was like, yeah. She said, you do? You'll fuck me?
You fuck me? Yeah.
So
I don't fully remember the full thing.
Damn. I should have sent it to you, like, bitch, remember these lines real quick.
You dead ass should have, because I forgot. You know, if you had texted, I would have been on it.
Right. Damn, I forgot about that. That's okay. That is okay. Because that's what I was going to actually start it off with, but I was like, I didn't know if you remembered it or not. But it's okay. It's okay. So let's get into some horror stories. Do you have a horror story? Miss Janine, Miss 10 munching skills.
A horror sex story?
Mm-hmm.
A horror sex story?
Maybe it was like a bad experience, or where you just did the ultimate turn up, or like, okay, I'll give you an example. I'm not for sure if you watched episode 2, but the male guest speaker I had on there said he had 2 women run a train on him, and I didn't think that shit was possible, but he went into full detail. I'm like, yo, what the fuck, best friend? Let's go. Let's go run it down real quick. But
Okay.
yeah, so it could be,
I mean, horror story for me, I'm very big on hygiene. So I think my first experience with like some bad coochie, yeah, that wasn't my best experience. But I'm a very firm person where it's like if you smell, it's like, yo, go take a shower. Like,
oh my God, I have never had that
But it's
happen.
never go take a shower woman, so fuck you. It's just like go take a shower.
Was it someone that you were in a relationship with? Or like, oh my God.
Nah. But it's almost
I,
like you taste a certain way for a period of time and then you don't taste the same no more. So it's like, yeah, nah, I can't even fuck with you like that.
oh man.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm
So
sorry
now,
to hear
like,
that.
I just move different now. Like, I'm not,
Yeah.
that experience is not,
I know that's probably a while back, but I'm so sorry to hear that because my God, I have never thank God I have never had that happen. Uh and yeah, that's why I'm like I'm big on hygiene. I gotta start with top and work the one way down as far as smell and clean clothes. I just and not even like design, like I said, not designer clothes, but clean clothes. Like I need to make sure you're. God, I can
But the
only
thing is,
imagine.
they smell. The thing is on the on the outside, they smell good. Like you're not thinking of
My
anything.
God.
And then when you actually like, oh, you excited, and it's like, damn, like you didn't give off these vibes, and now you do.
Oh my.
So, yeah.
Man. Ugh. I had. I'm gonna give a new horror story. I had something similar to that, but it wasn't with a female. I was a little younger, and no, take that back. How old was I? 20. I think I just turned like 20, or I was 19, 20. I was trying to get into the experience of swallowing, and God, let me real quick. And I don't know. Now I know what causes the ejaculation to have a foul odor or foul taste. Is what you eat, what you consume, and all that fun stuff. And I tell you, the worst. Oh God, try not to gag, but that was the worst taste ever. And I tell you, like gagging, like the first time it happened, like just, and this was someone I was having continuous. We weren't in a relationship, but this was continuous type of sex, and I don't know why I just didn't stop that first time, but it was the worst taste ever, ever. And
I
I've
heard
never,
you the first time.
huh?
I heard you the first time.
That was disgusting. And it never took my mind off of perfecting swallowing, because when I got in my next relationship, no, take that back. I didn't swallow with him because he said he didn't like that. So on my next relationship, I tried it, and that's when I realized that I got more in depth into it, because I'm like, yo, you taste completely different from such and such, or an old experience, and that's what I got to realizing that it's what you consume, and I'm just like, yo, he just need to try again, or I don't know. That was horrible, and I hope and pray he didn't, no other or no other female experience that, because that was just disgusting. Ugh. But anyway, so that's all the topics I have. Do you have any questions for me, Miss Janine?
All right, so because I like what you're doing with this whole podcast thing, so
Thank you.
I see, I realized with ours you did, let's be honest, but you have a lot more male experience than female.
Mm-hmm.
So are you more say tapping into your female like energy? Like is that where you're headed to, or is it something where it's like it's still fun for you?
I would say both. It's very much fun for me. And again, some days I want penetration, and some days I rather, you know. So it just depends on my mood. And I notice now that I'm in my 30s now, and I notice the older I'm getting, my hormones have been crazy here lately, and sometimes I don't be wanting penetration. So some days, I'll pull out the rose, or So it just I notice my body is changing, and it's not just all penetration. That's why I was like, okay, I feel like I'm tapping more into my female side a little bit more. So if I just had that perfect world where I just had me a husband and a wife, or whatever, that would be the perfect life, and I would just be in marital bliss. But I know it don't work like that. But
I can't. But you know what? Why not?
Yeah.
It can work like that. Like, it's funny because I've had these conversations with like my friends. I've had these conversations with people I talk to, and it's just more of like, you like what you like. Like, if your lifestyle fits what you like, then there is somebody out there that's going to agree to the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, because I always said, like, yo, if I had a person that had both a penis and a vagina, I will be set for life. I will date that. Yeah. Because it's just like, it's the best of both worlds. So you never worry about me stepping out because you have what I want.
Exactly.
But I know in the real world, it's just like, no offense, I don't even know where to find them. So it's like, exactly. So it's just like, that's just like a thought process. But if that works for you, it works for you. And who cares about anybody else? It's none of their business.
Exactly. So, yeah, I'm definitely exploring that side a little bit more now, especially now that I'm getting older. I've always been an open book, but certain things I kept, because even my best friend, I didn't tell her I had my first encounter with a woman until, when did I move out here to Atlanta? I was 26 or 25. I didn't tell her then, and she was like looking at me like, bitch, why you didn't say nothing? I'm like, well, some people don't take it well, or whatever. And honestly, I don't know why I didn't think she wouldn't have taken it well, because we pretty much tell each other everything. So I don't know why I held that back. But now I feel like I'm more free about it. I'm basically like, I don't give a damn. What Megan say, I like what I like. So it is what it is. So, and like I said, more so male over female, but I do have my days where I would like a little butt naked woman running around the house, or both of us, either way. But yeah, so exploring that side a little bit more. So
that's what's up.
Okay. I feel like a new woman. Any other questions for me?
Mm-mm.
All right. Well, let's get into this game. Let me get my shot glass. Let's get into this Never Have I Ever. And this actually is sponsored by Lash Me Jazzy Adult Shop.
Okay.
The game is coming out. That will be available soon. So.
What is it?
Never Have I Ever.
No. Lash Me. Who's the sponsor?
Lash Me Jazzy Adult Shop.
Okay. Am I going to be getting anything from her? Because I am definitely that guest. Yeah.
Oh yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I've been seeing all them stuff that she be selling on the website. So yeah.
All that.
Check out the
stuff.
site, y'all. Check the site out.
Yes, absolutely. LashMeJazzyAdultShop.com. I'll link it below. Y'all go check it out. Some very fun stuff. So let's get into this game. So I'm gonna ask you let's see. Oh, so 3 questions. And I kind of try to keep it a little bit closer to the topic, just a smidge, but I did switch it up just a little bit. And of course, never have I ever. If you've done it before, you drink. If you haven't, just sit back. If you want to drink, you can still drink, But if you drink, I kind of want a little story behind it. So I gotta know the tea, honey. So let's get into it. So never have I ever regretted a sexual experience.
Okay, story behind it.
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. Don't be trying to flip it. No. So the God, this guy that was my crush. I can't even say the timeline because I feel like some people don't know what I'm talking about. But fuck it, I'm gonna say it. Between, I think he was my crush from like middle school all the way up until we were grown. Like he was just, I don't know what attracted me to him, and he was such an asshole. And I really don't understand why I liked him, but it was just something about him, something about him. And finally gave him a chance, or not finally gave him a chance. Finally came out that shell and told him, whatever. But at that time, I was in my little horror stages, and I was like, shit, what's up? Pulled up on him, and Janine, when I tell you, horrible from start to finish. And it wasn't even about the size. The size didn't really bother me because I can work with whatever. Because I mean, shit, I fuck dildos, so it's like, it don't bother me. It was the couldn't get back up. Took like nutted quick. It was just overall like I'm like, have you ever had a situation where you just had to go home and play with yourself or play with a toy or something just to get that satisfaction? Like, damn, that was terrible. And I'm like, yeah, that was my crush, and never again. Never ever again.
Yeah,
that was horrible. But anywho, next one. Never have I ever had sex in front of someone. What? Oh, you're a little innocent thing. Ooh, this drink is so good. I don't really do the cream drinks, but this one's actually really good. This one, I don't know if you can see it.
Oh yeah.
Shata.
Oh, I'm drinking this.
Of course, I already knew.
Shout out Stella Rose. I will be having this in every interview I do with anybody. Stella, if you wanna support me.
I already knew.
Blueberry.
I already knew. I just recently experienced the having sex in front of someone. This is someone that me and her was like, we want to, be able to explore different things with, and she wanted to watch me and a guy that I'm currently seeing have sex. So it was actually fun, and it was different. And honestly, that actually turned into my first threesome.
Hey.
So, and
hey.
that was so much fun. Like seriously, like, and then afterwards, because we went 2 rounds, but afterwards he left and she ended up staying another extra hour. Like we was just talking, like, and she was just like, yo, I had so much fun. I'm like, me too. And she's like, yeah, we definitely gotta have our girls night. I was like, yeah.
Period.
Fuck him. He ain't coming.
Fuck him.
Stay out. No FaceTime, no camera. It's just me and her. So we had so much fun, and yeah. So got that off my to-do list for my 30s. I was so proud of myself. I got out that not stage fright, but I mean not stage fright. I got out of that scary because again, people think I'm just so confident, and certain things I'm just like, you don't always see what you look like during sex. So for somebody else to sit in and tune in and watch,
That's true.
So I was like, oh, how am I gonna look? And so, but she enjoyed it, and yeah, because she actually watched for a long minute before we invited her over. So yeah, it was fun.
And that's good.
Yeah.
I haven't had that experience yet.
Would you like to?
Jazzy, I don't know. I feel like if the opposite, like I have to be in that headspace. And I'm there. I think it's like when I'm ready. I've been asked to be in threesomes. I've been asked, but
well, not been just a threesome. Has anybody? You said nobody's ever watched watched you, or you never watched someone?
Yeah. Oh, I've watched, but somebody's never watched me.
Okay, that was the question. Had sex in front of someone, so yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See, yeah, because I would have answered the question before you.
Yeah. So next one, and damn, bitch, if you don't drink none,
I'm like, come on, girl, give me something.
Yeah, give me something. Never have I ever passed out from an orgasm.
Like when to sleep?
Yeah.
Because I'm like, if you saying pass out, like, no, bitch, no. But no. Have I? I mean, gone to sleep? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I went to sleep right after.
Absolutely. It's definitely like one of those nights when it's like you drink and consume a lot of liquor. And me and Shorty came back home, but like this night we just did everything. Like everything, nothing was really off the table that night. So it's like,
there could have been a fly on the wall for that night.
I'm telling you, at some point I need to do OnlyFans. I swear to goodness. But yeah, nah, it's just.
Sorry.
Yeah. So.
I've passed out and went to sleep afterwards.
Passed out and went to sleep right after.
That's the.
Woke up in the morning like we had a time last
night. We had a time last night.
We had a time last night.
I love that TikTok sound. It's some sounds that's just gonna go down in history. Like if you don't know, and I hate when I say it and then people be like,
"Get somebody else to do it."
Yeah. And I'll say it and then people be like, "Huh? What are you talking about?"
I hate when I do that.
I'm like, come on now. They putting TikToks on Instagram. Come on now, and on Facebook. Get with the program. You just ruined the whole joke. So this is a bonus one. And this is actually going to be probably a topic because this has never happened to me, but I'm still going to drink my last little shot. But never have I ever had a threesome with two women. And I know you said you never had a threesome, so but let's make this a topic of discussion. Would you be open to having a threesome with two women?
Absolutely.
Man.
Absolutely. It would be I would definitely. Two women. It's just more of like I've been asked to do a threesome with two women.
Really?
Yeah, but it's just more of like, let's say, like I have a situation where I've known her for 10 years, and her ex-best friend liked me. So, and given that I already had messed with this one girl, I'm like, yo, your best friend like me, like you might as well tell her that we messed around before, blah, blah. But she was like, she didn't. She was just like, okay. She told her the best friend didn't believe that me and her messed around. And then she came to me and she's like, would you have a threesome with me and the girl that I fucked with before? And I'm like, if she agrees to it, I will give it to you. But I know her too well because I messed with her for years. So.
And this is the one that asked.
The one that asked, I never messed with her.
Oh, okay.
Because she was the best friend.
Okay.
The one that she wanted, like I said, if you ask your best friend, and she says, yeah, I'm down. But I she wouldn't because no. She's not gonna watch me do something to somebody else in front of her. So that's out of here. But I'd be open to it. I just feel like with me, the reason I'll be open to it, but I would have to find like they both have to be attractive. I can't have one where you're not because then I'm not gonna do nothing to you.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely open to that. That's easy.
That's another thing I'm trying to mark off my checklist before in my 30s. That's definitely something I want to experience. And and it's like you said, it has to be some type of attraction because if I'm not attracted to you, it's not happening.
Yeah, it's not going down.
So that is all the never have I ever questions. This was fun. I'm glad you hopped on here with me and discussed, your feminine woman side.
Here we go.
And I can't wait for you to touch back down here in the A, because
I'm trying to come next month, honestly.
Okay. What for spring break? Wait. When's y'all spring? Well, I'm from Texas, and their spring break is this month in March, so I'll be confused with when the spring breaks are. I lost track, child.
I have no clue.
Yeah, but okay.
I'm gonna just come down just to come down. It's always turned when I come down, so.
Okay. Well, I can't wait to see you. I think it's been a good since before my birthday? Like a month.
All right. Yeah, guys, thank you so much for having me on the board.
No, I was saying it's the last time I seen you down here, but yeah. But yes, thank you so much for joining, Janine. I really appreciate it. Hopefully, I can have you on a future episode.
Oh, absolutely.
And yes, thank you so much.
Make sure it's a juicy one.
Oh, how juicy you were trying to get? Hey, you asked for it.
You'll know. I do want to do it with one more person, though.
Yes. So we were supposed to have another guest speaker, but she had to pull out. So
okay.
But I definitely wanted 3 of us on here.
It's okay. I mean, 2 of us did just fine.
Yes.
Maybe next.
Yeah. But thank you so very much, ma'am. I really appreciate you, and thank you guys for watching. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. Bye.
Peace out. Just annoying me, and I'm too about it.